Hello, my role-playing peeps. This is +4 initiative bonus again. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've had a lot going on, and I plan to change that. I know last time I did a real quick video. This time around, I just got off work, and it's cold. But as you can clearly see with the coat on. But I am going to be doing a video actually talking about what happened last game at our 3.5 game, our Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 game. Also, last night we actually had a Call of Cthulhu game, and we believe that it's actually going to spark a campaign. I died. I got shot in the face, but before I died, I shot my brother in the face and killed him. I killed him, and then a buddy of mine, the character that the guy that actually plays Kill Pond, I shot at him, wounded him, nearly killed him, and he shot and got a penetrating shot and killed me. Yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, but what happened last game at our Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 game? If you've been following along, you know that we're actually going to be heading to Merrick's Tower. Well, we decided that we're going to try to do the trip as quickly as humanly possible. So, the next town we got at, we offloaded all of our junk. And when we offloaded all of our junk, we decided that we were going to buy a horse carriage, a horse wagon. Basically, a wagon that a horse trailer is what we done. We bought a horse trailer and enough horses to where we only have to stop about 30 minutes a day to swap horses and people driving the horses. Of course, we hired a couple of hirelings to help drive the horses, help drive all of our stuff. So essentially now, if you remember, we have the deluxe carriage that has the 3 women in it that's going to be pretending to be the ones in charge. We have Bob's wagon. And then after that, we have a full-size horse trailer that can hold 6 horses. 6 horses. So because we had to buy 6 big horses, heavy horses, to put in there, and then each one of the vehicles that we have has 2 horses. So we have 12 horses all together. So we're swapping them out every day, riding hard, going. People are swapping out and sleeping and resting as we go, sleeping in the horse trailer, sleeping in the wagon, things like that. So we do that. We actually do a little scene at, there's a temple there, Temple Bacab, who, if anybody knows anything about 3.5, Bacab is the god of magic and knowledge. So we go there. Bob wanted to, not Bob, but Fred wanted to go there. Wanted to know why Bacab smited him way back in the day. Come to find out, he got smited because he was not supposed to read the certain text that he tried to read, but Fred took it as though he wasn't allowed to read at all. Hence the literacy and the barbarian thing. Oh, also on a side note, he took a level of paladin. We leveled last game, and he took a level of paladin. Took a level paladin and took the item familiar feat. That's pretty in depth. I'll go into that later. But basically, it does give like 10% more XP if you use the weapon during battle. Things like that. Which is good. It fits for the character. It fits because the iconic thing he has with the weapon and with Drow Smasher and everything like that. So it fits. So we move forward and we decide, we're going to go. So we travel for a whole day and we swap out our horses and we keep going the next day. When we do, about midday, we get an encounter. And the encounter is this wizard. I won't say what level he was, but he was a pretty high level. But he was a wizard. All it takes is a couple of really super good hits. Even a level 20 wizard. If you think about it, a level 20 wizard might have 100 health. Maybe. So all it takes is like 5 or 6 real good hits, and he'll be down. which is essentially what happened. But he shows up, and we stop. We tell him to get out of the way. He says no, and we fire at him, and he summons a greater? Was it greater? I don't know. He summons an air elemental. And the air elemental, first thing it does is whip Fred up inside of it. So Fred is like put out of the fight for like 3 or 4 rounds. We kept trying to get him out. It was Killpon tried to get him out with his fish hook of doom. If you remember back with the sirens, he fish hooking them and bringing them to him. He tried to. They kept missing. We dealt with the wizard. Milo actually did quite a bit of damage to the wizard. I took I've been taking levels of Scion, and I took the discipline that I am is Shaper. So his big thing is Astral Construct. So basically I create a Astral Construct of 5th level. Now I've got this ectoplasmic carapace, which is a feat. Basically, my construct becomes a little mini bomb. When it dies, it blows up, or I can self-detonate it. So the way Astral Construct reads, when I create it, it acts instantly on my turn. So Milo's up front. So I create one. I give it. It gets 1 from category B and 2 from category A. So I give it celerity, so it moves 10 feet more around. It's already a large creature. I give it improved slam, or the improved attack. So its D8s go to a D10, and I give it extra attack. So it gets 3 attacks. So it charges him, hits him. Well, actually doesn't need to charge. It moves and then attacks. And it moves to him, attacks all 3 times, winds up doing like 33 points of damage is what it winds up doing to him. Now, the way the feat works with the explosion, every round that the creature or the construct is there, it decreases in a D6 of damage until finally the last turn. Then it blows up. Whatever's left is what it blows up. So I decide I don't want that, so I blow it up. When I blow it up, it winds up doing 76 more damage to him, like 40 some points of damage to him. So in one shot, Milo does like 70 points of damage to him in one hit. Now mind you, he rolled really poorly on his initiative, so his initiative was real low, and which is bad because I do like 70 points of damage to him. Killpon gets a critical hit on him. He whirls around and uses his he's a sword sage, so he flips around there and does some of his sword sage kung fu on him and does a bunch of damage. And Parker does a bunch of damage. Parker actually scores a critical hit on his attack and deals a ton of damage to him. By that time, he's like almost down, and the cleric he pulled out one of the big fireball beads that he has. He pulls the big one out and like nukes him. Done. Wizard dies in the first round. Everybody just dogpiles him and he dies. So he's dead. But we got this big ass air elemental that we're having to fight. So we fight this air elemental. We're fighting it. We're doing no damage to it because nobody can hit it. And like Milo couldn't hit it unless I rolled a 19 or 20. Period. And I had exhausted basically all of my power points, so to do the amount of damage I did to the wizard. So I was screwed when that come up. Parker he had the next highest attack bonus, and he could only do he had to get same as me, and he could get an 18 or better, and he could hit him. So we're doing nickel and diming him with things that auto hits kind of things, but the whole time Fred's in it and he can't do anything. So the rogue notices in the hand of the wizard there is a flask. He goes over and grabs it. It's an iron flask. It's a D&D item. Basically, you can suck a elemental of some kind into it and keep it. And so that's what he does. He points it and says, "Get in the bottle," and it goes into the bottle. So we got enough XP to level again, but almost 2 levels in one shot. Fred actually leveled twice because of item familiar. He was able to level twice, 2 levels, because he gets a 10% bonus to his XP. Because he used the weapon. Because he did do a little bit of damage before he actually gets sucked up to air elemental, just enough to piss it off so it focuses on him. And that's what it did. And so I've been doing this with Milo. This thing where Milo does not like that Fred, this simpleton, is got a bigger rep than him. I'm voted the party leader, so why don't I have the big... But we'll come to find out the reason the Wizard attacked us was because of Fred's bounty. Fred's bounty is 50,000 gold, and everybody else's head is only 500 because of the drow. This, deep down, makes Milo mad. Milo is chaotic neutral, so he's selfish anyway. Does not like it. And it come out a little bit after the fight. So we were, of course, sacking the body for loot. And one of the items was a headband of intellect. Fred grabs it. Fred wants it. And puts it on. And Milo's like, no. No. Why do you need a headband of intellect? You don't need it. And Fred's like, Fred want to think. Milo's like, you have us. You have me for that, Fred. You don't need to think. And they got into a little bit of a scuff. And it come down to Fred finally got angry and threw it down. Like, fine, you take it. Good. So Milo took it. So Milo has a headband of intellect. So it gives him +4 to his intellect, which gives him a 18 now. So, which I got to recalculate flipping PowerPoints now. I didn't realize I was like, math. Anyway, it wasn't really that math. It's just following on a chart. But, so it come out a little bit. Now, the reason what I'm doing is that the role play that I have for Milo is that Milo, where he has a couple levels of binder on him, they're scratching in the back of his head, these vestiges, and they're poking at him, and all the ones that I've been using are ones that are like selfish, that are they don't like certain people or certain things, things of that nature, and they are starting to affect him. Because if you read the binder stuff, basically in the binder stuff, their souls are corrupted. As soon as they take a vestige, their soul is corrupted, and it stays corrupted. And the more levels they get in binder, the more and more their soul becomes corrupted. Well, he does have 2 levels of binder on him now, and he's starting to get a little off. He's not really showing it. It just showed a little bit this time around, a little scuff with Fred. And the player understands what I'm doing and gets it. I just like this whole concept, trying to build this concept of eventually Milo is going to go crazy. Like, legit crazy. I don't want to drop him in alignment. I just don't. I don't like playing truly evil characters. I like playing like selfish, like prick characters. Especially in D&D. Especially if I play like a bard or something along those lines. Now, I'm the farthest thing from a bard right now that you can get. But I'm a bard, because I've got my first level is bard. Bard, fighter, scion, binder is what I'm at right now. And he is strategically, I'm taking levels strategically, because these levels are influencing how he sees the world, especially binder. Now, I'm only ever going to I've done the whole flow chart for Milo. Milo's only ever going to take 3 levels of binder, just enough to get the level 2 ones when you start to get the cool ones. And, you know, that's where we're at right now. And we have a game tomorrow, and I'm really anxious to see what, because next game we will make it to the border, which means we will be dealing with the Drow and going into their territory to get to Merrick's Tower. And I'm really interested to see what exactly happens, because Fred's bounty is 50,000 gold. Milo's is only 500. Milo doesn't like that. It's this whole concept of Milo doesn't like that a simpleton has got a bigger rep than him. He doesn't like it. And he's out to change it. And we'll leave it right there. And I'll do another video after, and we'll talk about what happens. I fully expect at some point Milo to get into a fight with Fred. Maybe not, I doubt next game, but you know, in the distant future, and when we get to like level 10 or 12 or something like that, I see it happening. I see him getting into an argument and not, you know, things happening. Just because I just think it's good for character development. I like a little PvP every now and then. So, anyway, we're going to stop it right there. And remember to like, subscribe, go and get on the Facebook page and like it and share it with your friends. If you're watching this over on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe and hit the little D button in the corner so you know when I post a video. And the next video I do will be about Bohemian Rhapsody, which, if you've not had a chance to see it, go and do it. Everybody's a Queen fan. I don't care. You're a liar. You are a liar. You love Queen. Everybody loves Queen. Okay? And it's great. All right? I will be talking about that, and we will be talking about something that I'm going to be changing with the movie reviews. I'm going to be reviewing them as a GM. What class would Freddie Mercury be? What would he be? Clearly, he would be a bard, but we'll break it down and we'll see what we can find out, shall we? Now, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave you with this, just letting you know that I am a DM. But I'm also a player. I'm here for you.